Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we are going to be doing a science experiment, but before I explain any of that, can you make sure you smash me a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps me indicate what type of content you want to see and I can eliminate the rubbish ones that you don't want to see. But I'm really interested in science and I like to visualize how things make me feel, and I learn better visually, so I'm going to start doing a lot more science experiments on this channel to try and visualise how ADHD can make me feel, how autism makes me feel, how anxiety makes me feel. I'm going to be using science to show you how it feels. But if you see what I'm wearing, it's not very sciencey, so I'm going to have to jump into some science outfit. Like, I have to wear something appropriate. So 1, 2, 3. Whoa, now I'm in a more appropriate science outfit. I can now begin to tell you what we're going to be doing today. So again, always safety first, always wear your goggles, get some protective clothing. I mean, it's not a dangerous experiment. It's for kids, so I feel pretty safe because I wouldn't trust myself doing an explosion or like anything dangerous, because I'd probably blow my own cabinet. But this is something that's super easy, and all you need is corn flour, food colouring, wooden spoon, and a tub that you can just throw away at the end because it's going to be messy and sticky. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot, you need warm water. Don't ask me I don't know the ratio, the measurements. I don't go by that. I just wing it and hope for the best. So this science experiment is from the Dr. Seuss books. I mean, I've never read them, but when I googled it and I watched a few TikToks and videos about it, I was like,
I can so use that to visualise how ADHD feels to us.
So when you have ADHD, right, you have these traits like being boisterous, loud, outgoing, but that is our exterior shell. Like a tortoise, we have a hard shell, and we use that shell as a defense mechanism. It literally is a protection. If we feel that we are being threatened or that we're scared, anxious, overwhelmed, we like retreat back into this hard shell and we try to hide our vulnerabilities. We use masking as a way of hiding our vulnerabilities in situations and scenarios like school, friendship groups, parties, because we don't feel very comfortable. We don't like socialising most of the time because we always feel like we don't fit in. We can just become super overwhelmed, and with this science experiment I'm going to show you that even though we have this hard exterior shell, right, that's a mask. That isn't us. Our gooey side is inside. That is our vulnerability, and this mask, this hard outer shell, well, that's not us. That's our protective mechanism. But that's our coping mechanism. We retreat inside and we use masking as a way to cope, because in society, our traits, our ADHD, autistic traits, they aren't seen as normal. People don't accept them. People think that we're weird. So we are naturally kind of just shoved aside, and well, when you grow up with ADHD or anything that could potentially make you feel like you're not normal, you have this super power which is called masking, and I'm going to show you how that feels by doing a science experiment. So for this experiment, it is called the outrageous ooze. It's the stuff that can't make its mind up. Does it want to be a liquid or does it want to be a solid? It just explains ADHD, you know. People are like, you know, how can you tell me you're anxious because you're so outgoing? And this experiment really does explain, you know, sometimes we are a liquid where we're really calm, you know, collective, and we can focus, but other times we are feeling so vulnerable, so stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, that we are a solid, and that is our protective mechanism. So let's jump straight into the science experiment. So what you'll need for this experiment is measuring cup, so you can put the water in, 1 cup of dried cornstarch, 1 large bowl or pan. See, I'm just using a plastic Quality Street tub because we can just throw it out or wash it after, and it doesn't matter if it's messy. So food colouring is optional. I have got just this that I found in the cupboard, and 1/2 cup of water. So let's get on. So first of all, it says put the cornstarch into the bowl, add a drop or 2 of food colouring, Add water slowly, mix in the cornstarch. Oh goodness. Right, let's get on, ready? So we've got to open the cornstarch. I am also filming on another camera so that you can get the best angles. So it says half a cup. I mean, do I just go for it? Half a cup, I think, would probably be a bit. Oh. Anyway, right, so we've got this half a cup. I mean, who knows? I reckon that probably about it. I'd probably, yeah. If not, I've got this thing, my ADHD, I just wing it. I don't like following instructions. I can't be bothered. So I just wing it and hope for the best. We have the cornstarch in here. I mean, I don't know whether that's half a cup. To be honest, it looks a little bit too much. Hey ho. We're just going to go for it. So we're going to add a little bit of food colouring. I'm going to go with red. We'll go with red. So we're just going to add a little bit of food colouring. I mean, it's quite a lot, so let's just go like that. I don't know whether that's enough or if that's too much. Who knows? So yeah, so that's the food colouring done. That's the starchy thing done. Then it says, whatever using it, add water slowly, mixing the cornstarch and water with your fingers until all the powder is wet. Keep adding water until the ooze feels like liquid. Wish me luck. Ready? So I don't really like the feeling of my hands being like sticky and stuff. Ew, that's disgusting. Ew. So this is definitely going to be a challenge for me. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of gooey stuff. But yeah, you know, we just got to go with the flow, and me go with the friggin' flow. Knowing me, this is not going to work because it's just me, so yeah. How do I know when it's all done? To me that doesn't look a lot, but like, how do I know? Maybe I need more cornstarch. This is what I mean, see, I should have probably done this mathematically correctly, but hey ho, you know, this is what Molly does. You know, this is ADHD for you. Just winging it and being impulsive. I don't think there's enough water in it now, is there? The ratio probably to water to whatever you want to call it, it's probably not right. It's flicking everywhere. Oh, bloody hell, I'm not very good at this. I mean, I wouldn't be a very good science teacher, would I? Ew. It's well disgusting. So I need to do it until it feels like a liquid. It looks like it's doing its thing now, what it's meant to do. I mean, I don't actually know. Hey ho, let's just hope for the best. Just hope for the best. That's all we can do. It's done it. I've done it. So as you can see, right, it's really like liquidy. But when I do this, it's hard. Look, it's hard. There's no bounce, is there? There's no water coming up because it's hard. So like you can see, right, it looks like it's all like liquidy, right? Look, it's all like a liquid. But when you go like this, look, it's hard. It's hard. It's not like a liquid. It's hard. And like when you pick it up, look, it's all gooey, But as soon as you go like, look, it's really hard. Look, I can't, look. It won't let me in. Ready? But as soon as someone comes near me, this finger that's going to be horrible and nasty, look what it does. Ready? It turns into a shell. I can't, it's hard. I can't get in there. But as soon as a nice person comes along and thinks, oh, don't worry, I'm going to be nice, look what happens. But as soon as this finger comes again, ready? I can't, it won't let me in. It physically won't let me in. Made this slimy goo stuff, but look, watch this, right? It won't let me pick it up. It literally won't. Oops, it won't let me pick it up because it's like defensing me, look. It's literally gone hard. It won't let me in. Hard, it literally, look, the hard, it won't let me go. But softly, woo. So I hope you have enjoyed this visual representation of how masking can work, how we have an outer shell that is an exterior. We can come across confident, but that doesn't mean that we are confident. We may come across loud. That doesn't mean we're confident. We may come across really sociable, but that doesn't mean we're comfortable in social situations. So when we are faced with something that makes us feel uncomfortable, anxious, we put this hard exterior on, and our inside is protected by this hard outer shell, so that you can come at it as hard as you want, but you're bouncing off. That's how we mask. We literally mask who we are so that our vulnerable side is hidden, and we try to mask to fit in. That is how this science experiment has made me kind of realise that I can visualise it like that for you. And I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. I mean, it's only quick, it's not very long, and it's not very like sciencey, but I have a really super exciting experiment coming up within the next week or so. When I can get around to doing it. It's going to be so fun, and it's called the elephant, I think it's called the elephant foam or something like that experiment. It's like a huge explosion, and I'm going to use that to represent how burnouts and how like meltdowns and how that can make us feel inside. So thank you so much for watching. I am going to do some facts about how this works because it is a cool sciencey video, and if I can teach you anything, then that's a bonus. So I'm going to throw some facts in, but after that the video will be done, and I just want to say, remember to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. If not, well, let's get on to the facts. So I get these scientifically correct. I'm just going to read off my iPad. So it says, what's going on? Why does my ooze act like that? Why does it go liquid to a solid? And it says your ooze is made up of tiny solid particles of cornstarch suspended in water. Chemists call it the type of mixture a colloid. As you find out when you experiment with your ooze, this colloid behaves strangely. When you bang on it with a spoon or quickly squeeze a handful of goo, it freezes in place, acts like a solid. The harder you push, the thicker the ooze becomes. When you open your hand and let your ooze run out, it drips like a liquid. Try to stir the ooze quickly with your finger. It will resist you moving it. Stir it slowly, and you'll be able to move it around in a liquid. That's what I was trying to show you. You know, I can rub my finger across it fast, it doesn't let me in. But if I bang it, it doesn't let me in. But if I gently go to like pick it up, I can't, because it turns to liquid. So that's what I mean. In public, us ADHDers, you know, our traits may come across as hyper or, you know, bubbly, in your face, really dominant and confident, but in reality it's not that. We are hidden behind this hard shell because it's our protector, and so we naturally turn to a solid because we don't want to be hurt, and that's our coping mechanism. We mask, and that is what masking is. It protects us from being hurt, and when we feel comfortable and when someone comes at us softly, we turn to a liquid, and you get the real us.